What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Ball is teed up. Chris Boswell to do the honors. And off we go from Dallas. We'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Vaughn running dead ahead. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Minkah Fitzpatrick in on the stop. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6. Once again, it's Vaughn. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. They get 6 and a 1st down as well.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That's caught. Here's Deuce Vaughn. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. A give to Vaughn out of the shotgun. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a 1st down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
They'll throw on 1st. Caught, nice game left side. And they take him down right along the 30. He picks up 28 on the play. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down. Shotgun handoff for Vaughn. And he'll get this down to the 23-yard line before they stop him. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Can't connect over the middle. It's incomplete.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. Thinking interception to be had, and incompletion still pretty good for the defense.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He has the 1st over the middle. And he moves the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Cowboys with their 1st shot inside the red zone. They've got 1st and 10 from the 20. Up the middle, Vaughn. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. Vaughn Will not score, and it's not going to get back to the line either. I think he lost close to 3 on that play. This time it's a passing play. And he will score. It's a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys finish up an excellent opening series. Setting up to try the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Cowboys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all, so they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Now they turn to their rookie from Georgia for the first time. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Dropping back to throw. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 28 out of that play. And the Commanders will have a first. Now they'll throw out of the gun. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Deron Bland has it. At the 20. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back to the pick 6. Lining up now to try the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Cowboys drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior. 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
1st and 10, looking to throw. Completes one to Ben Sinnott. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Whatever could go wrong for him so far certainly has. And so many times when we see a QB throw an interception early, it just starts to get in your head. That little seed of doubt, that little thought that you got a flush of, oh, what's going to happen next? Because then you hold the ball, and you hold the ball in this league, and you get sacked.
1 quarter down for these two NFC East teams. It's a 2-score game early. We're right back to Arlington after this. Time now for the second quarter. Commanders in possession. They have second down behind the sticks. Trying again following the sack. Complete. It's McLaurin. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on the drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
Shotgun now on third down. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Pass play on 1st and 10. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And now it's second down.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered Kate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
2nd and 10 now. Has him on the quick hitter. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. They're throwing it. Brought in right side. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Tight end going in motion here. Working inside the red zone. Catch is made in close. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. The back's got it. Touchdown, Washington. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
That one right down the middle. And the Commanders chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Brings in the kick at the 9. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. They've got 1st down from the 31. Throwing now, off play action. It's caught, Ferguson. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They pick up 20 yards there. And it'll be first down, Dallas.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
From midfield now. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Back to throw. Ferguson's got it. Complete. And he's taken down at the 30. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good for a Cowboys first down. They'll throw it again. Escapes out to the left. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Thank you to Luvu there for the tackle.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had there, no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Let's go.
They'll throw it. And that will not be enough for a first down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Finding Collins. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down. Well, that's the 2-minute warning. The Cowboys trying to add to their lead. They'll come up 1st and 10. He's going to throw this one. It's his running back. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. The throw is caught. And he drives this down to the 8 before going out. It's a 6-yard gain. That sets up 1st and goal. They'll run. This is Vaughn. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No gain that time, and now it'll be 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down.
Touchdown, Dallas! So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
That one splits the uprights. And the Cowboys double their lead to 14. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. He's got a gain of 6 there. That was Micah Parsons making that play. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Running back, motioning right. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's brought down after a short gain. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep them short of the sticks.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Looking for a throw here. Isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Kate, I've seen a 1-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense that just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
And he puts together a nice little return there before they're able to bring him down. Looks like he might break it for a minute, but still a good 14 yards on the return. And they'll take over with minimal time remaining in the half. Play action on 1st down. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap. The intended target there was CeeDee Lamb. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Here comes the final play of our first half. One final shot before halftime. He throws a bullet down the left sideline. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Lone back gets the handoff. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Going to the ground again on 1st. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Off the play fake, he's going to throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Trayvon Diggs has got it. And the Cowboys are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, As he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick six? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
Now a handoff for Vaughn. And they crush him right near the marker. It looks close, but yep, Brock, I think he safely got that first down before the hit.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could.
And in for the Dallas touchdown. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win run, he sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His second touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
That one right down the middle. And the Cowboys stretch their lead to 21. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. It is caught left side. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Commanders will have a first. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Run in right side by McLaurin. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that'll be good for a Washington first. Back to throw. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he's out a yard or two shy of the 15. Give him 24 on that play. And the Commanders will have a first. From the red zone now. Hold the sideline, and he's got more. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Options are open here. It's second and inches. They are throwing it again. We've got a screen to the running back. And he drives this forward to the 6. They get 2 on the play, and now they've got first and goal.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
They'll try and punch it in. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on first and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on second down.
He gets another shot here. And he's in for the touchdown. The Commanders shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. Boswell to add the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders get it back to a 14-point game. Now Boswell on to send this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. The give now to Vaughn. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here's 2nd and 11. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on these stud tight ends, that's big time.
It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
They go play action on 1st. On the move, headed right. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the 1st sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
Kill! Hey, 47! Here we go, 46! Here we go, kill! 26!
Trying again, following the sack. Flush down out to his left. Throwing this back in the end zone. And he makes the catch. Did he get both feet in? No! Oh, so close to 6. Incomplete.
You know, sometimes when you get outside that pocket and your body weight gets going laterally, that ball will sail on you. I mean, that's a tough connection to make even under the best of circumstances.
Third and long for him here. He's trying another one deep. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. Mike Samba still makes the play. And the Commanders will take over as he records his first interception of our season. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
Throwing from the gun here. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
2nd and 10 now. Cut at the 10-yard line. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Is across the line for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders parlay the interception into points. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Return coming from the 6. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
19 Lions. 60 Maverick. Tracking 60. Hurt.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. So we're through 3 here. The Cowboys have it with a lead, but the win's not secure just yet. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Another try following the sack. He throws a bullet to this. They did it. He made the interception. Minka Fitzpatrick has got it. And the Commanders have some new life in the 4th.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
They'll run here on 1st down. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
They give it to him again. They manage a single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4.
I mean, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Quick pass, right side, complete. And this one does not go far.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. Motioning the tight end now. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
Drive start to the quick throw left, complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They got 24 yards on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
Here we go. 70 range.
Throwing from the gun. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down. This is Vaughn. And he'll get this forward, and he's stopped at the 37. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Here's 2nd and 2. It's caught. Ferguson. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. They've got 1st down from the 31. A run with Vaughn. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain. Not a game-changing play by any means. But one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Here's 2nd and 5. Short pass brought in. And that'll be enough for the first as they touch him down. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Dallas. Cowboys leading by 7. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Vaughn running dead ahead. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
A touchdown would put this one to bed. A few shots at it here, starting with 1st and goal. And he could only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line. Final timeout taken by the Commanders, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
Ready up. Ready, go.
Vaughn. And he falls through the defense for a touchdown. The Cowboys go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. Now the PAT try coming up. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cowboys double their lead to 14. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Wow, wide open here. Complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. He's dropping back to throw. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands, but he dropped it. It's incomplete. Second down coming up.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
He gets this one to McLaurin. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. The Commanders in the hurry-up. They're hustling for the line. So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. Throwing it again here. This is hauled in by McLaurin. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Throwing now. Trying to push it deep downfield. They connect on the deep shot. And that's a touchdown. Great catch there, and with almost no time left, well, Brock, they're going to need a miracle, but it is still possible. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all at this point expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
And the pass is successful. That's a little momentum builder as they attack this deficit. So with hardly any game left, they have time for this kick and maybe a couple plays. And this kick is brought in by the Cowboys, and that should be enough to secure them this win.
No question they wanted the ball back late, but you don't see many of these recovered by the kicking team in the NFL. You see even fewer recovered when they're actually expecting it, like they certainly were right there. Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
Here we go.
So it's a win for the Cowboys. And they draw first blood against a division rival. They'll go on the road later this year with a chance at completing that season sweep. From the West Coast, we're coming to you live from the NFL's newest and the world's most expensive stadium. State-of-the-art SoFi here at Inglewood, California. Ball is teed up. Joshua Carty to do the honors. And here we go from LA. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Taken in by Smith. And he's going to be marked down about 4 yards away from that first down marker.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Into the secondary past the 40. And finally stopped at the 34. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Back to throw, Hurts. He'll get this one to Brown. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. On the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. 2 yards on the pickup. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. They go to Barkley again. Breaks the tackle, still going. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he made a bid for it. It's a good gain that's stopped down at the 3. The rookie from Georgia in on that tackle.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Handoff here to Gainwell. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Eagles finish up an excellent opening series. Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Eagles will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Returnable from the 2. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Prescott opening with a pass. A throw right side, finds Cup. And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. Brought down by Jalen Carter.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
That's on target, Puka Nacua. And he's touchdown after a nice pickup there to get the first.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
54, going 54. Yeah, here we go. Right tip, 26.
Play action, Prescott. Wilson's got it. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
The first carry now for Kyron Williams. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
First down, here's Dak. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
Well, that's a major missed opportunity for the offense and a sigh of relief for the defense. Now you got to adjust a little bit, get some extra help on the back end of your defense to take those shots away.
Brought in close to the 8. They touch him down, but a great pickup, and it's good for a first.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
That's the end of our first quarter. 3 more to go still on Monday night. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to Inglewood in just a moment. We're back for the second quarter. Rams in a real good spot to score. Prescott here from the gun. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Third and goal, Prescott. He's got it on the slant. Touchdown, L.A. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Hurts to throw. This finds Smith. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
They give to Barkley, left side. He's got room to roam here. Down the sideline, inside the 30. And he's in for the big play touchdown. Oh, Brock, but there it is. Back down the field, we've got a flag, and I don't think this is going to count. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. On the play fake, it's Hurts. Buying some time right. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. He was looking for A.J. Brown there. And it's third down.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
Barkley's got it. He loses the football. Picked up by the Rams. Well, he was fighting off defenders, trying for the extra yards. You understand it, but might have been what cost him and opened the door for that fumble.
Okay, you and I both know this game has changed so much in our lifetimes. It's evolved in so many... But I promise you, you can go back to the 60s, the 70s, and many of these fumbles occur just like that. You break one tackle, you let up just a little bit, and the next guy comes home and delivers the devastating blow.
As his target, it's Johnny Wilson. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, short of the 15. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And the Rams are going to have a first down. A handoff for Williams, running left. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on second down.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
To the left and pulled in by Cup. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams parlay the turnover into a lead. Cooper Kupp the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Point after converted from Cardi. And the Rams break that tie and now lead by 7. Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Hurts now from the gun. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tre'Davious White. And he takes this one back for the pick 6. But we all know getting the interception is the important thing, Brock. But how about this guy having the wherewithal to transition into a really nice return to then get the touchdown out of it, too?
Yeah, that's a great point. We talk about it with receivers, right? Getting vertical right away after making a catch. But same thing for these defenders when they make a pick. They secure the football, sure. But instantly they go back to their offensive days. They want that touchdown, and they want a moment they won't forget.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Hurts back to the air after the pick. That's complete. Here's Brown. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy in midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. One play in, and already they're close to midfield. On first down, Hurts. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like...
Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Picked out by C.J. Mosley. And the Rams will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Oh boy, they cleaned up the fumbling issues from the last drive, and now it's an interception that turns the ball over.
Yeah, and two very different tones and tenors on these two sidelines. One coach is pleading, begging for some ball security. The other is simply saying, keep it up, boys. Keep taking that ball away. Job well done.
Cup on the catch. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Handoff goes to Williams, running right. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
Here's 2nd and 14. His pass caught by Nakua. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, even a drop would have been better than that, frankly. Couldn't find a way back to the line of scrimmage, and it's a rare pass that actually loses yardage.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down.
We got 47. 47.
Dak now from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. Well, 3rd and 15, you don't see many of those picked up, partner, but they found a way. They'll come up 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go.
Going left side, Williams with it. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Kyron Williams, the touchdown. Cardi with the extra point. And the Rams stretch their lead to 21. Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Barkley trying this up the gut. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
You call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Here's Hurts. Able to get it to Barkley. And he's going to be at midfield now as he gets out of bounds.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
He beams one deep right side. This one's knocked away, so that's incomplete. And now we've got a flag down. This may be against the offense as well. So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up. All right, here we go. Second down. A play fake. Now Hurts to throw. Vacates quickly left side. And that was just a little bit too low to be brought in. Trying to find A.J. Brown. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Now Hurts on 3rd and long. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Ernest Jones with the pick. And the Rams will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
And they get this down to the 28. That's 16 on the pickup. And it brings up an L.A. first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Throwing on first is Prescott. Not enough on this throw. It hits the turf instead of his man. Puka Nacua the target on that throw. And it's going to be 2nd down.
Hey, 47. Yeah. Here we go.
Throwing again is Dak. Pass caught, 9-yard line. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Cooper Kupp the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. That one splits the uprights. And the Rams grow their lead yet again. Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Running left, this is Barkley. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. He even ripped through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Completed over the middle. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. First down throwing for Hurts. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete.
I'll tell you what, Kate, that's a really nice play in coverage. That linebacker looking like a cornerback on that play. Perhaps those cover guys could take some notes on how to stay in position and, most importantly, swat that pass away.
Hurts trying again on 2nd down. And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. They go play action here. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left. Trying to find A.J. Brown. So that brings up 4th and long.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And they're facing a long field ahead of them as that kick skips out near the 11. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down. Drops to a knee, clock's gonna run unless that defense burns one of its 2 remaining timeouts. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Kickoff taken at the 3. He stopped on the return at the 27. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. They'll give it to Williams on the option. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. Gets them 6 yards and back on the positive side of things. It's now 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So now it's gonna be 3rd and long. Prescott here from the gun. Toward the sideline and cut by Wilson. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Sent down by Cody Barton. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Another run for Williams. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they can stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. Finds him on the crossing route. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They manage 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
From the gun is Prescott. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
Not met many receivers in my life that don't love the spotlight, but you got to earn your place there. The easy way to do it, catches just like that, going up into double coverage and making the play anyway.
3rd and just 2 to go. Quick pass right side, complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, a tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
Now Dak to throw. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Williams. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Give him 2 yards on the run, and that leaves them just inches short for 3rd down. They'll look to run with Williams. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
3rd and inches, and you hate to see that run go backwards. I just take myself back to a huddle, and you know you're imploring your guys, listen, just give us a little bit of a push, and we will move the sticks instead. Well, the defense is energized with that stop. That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative, is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Here's Saquon. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Here's 2nd and 7. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Hurts now from the gun. Finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Hurts throwing again. This is caught by Isaiah Likely. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. They're now set for 1st and 10. Short pass brought in. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Has it in close. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage. Barkley is in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles start the 2nd half with some needed points. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles get it back to a full 3 possessions now, 24 points. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Has this at the 6. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's Williams to start the drive. He'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. Big Jordan Davis getting there for the tackle.
Big man up front said, "Not in my house." Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this: it's over. Over.
Dak off the play fake. He put some juice on it. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. Cooper to Gene in to pick it off. And the Eagles take over on his 5th interception of the season.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. While you watch defensive coaches preach all the time when they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick 6. Yeah, it stinks for the offense, but that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. And they pick him off again. Ernest Jones with the pick. And the Rams are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Oh, man, Brock, they decided to air it out in pursuit of a touchdown that time, but it's intercepted, and the visit to the red zone comes up empty.
And that one stings, Kate. It really does. You have a limited opportunity of looks in that close, particularly as we get through the 2nd half. The ones you get, you have to finish with points.
Now a toss running left with Williams. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
A lot of times we will see defenses get so overcommitted to defending that inside run, they're vulnerable to the outside toss. And that's when things open up, and you can reset those downs.
Williams now on 1st and 10. Has another lane. And they finally get to him at the 15. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
They had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, you call that play to surprise the defense, try to get to the goal line. But a quick adjustment by the defense, well, it kept him in position to make the stop and ruin that play.
Working from the pistol, Prescott. And he is in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams continue piling it on here in the 4th. Cardi now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Rams continue piling on to this lead. Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Trying to find A.J. Brown. So it'll be 2nd down.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. A play fake now hurts to throw. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Shotgun snap for Hurts. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. That was a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, have a pretty good beat on you and can get 2 hands on it the next time.
This finds Smith. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down. From the red zone now. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Rams will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season.
I know he started the play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. It would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion. I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road. You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud cornerback, just throwing away from him? Well, maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. It's a gain of 4, and they're going to need twice that now on 3rd and 8.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Off the play fake, hits Prescott. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. The Rams are set to punt. And thankfully, he hasn't been needed until the final quarter. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. He calls for the fair catch and has it at the 22-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Eagles will take possession. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Hits his running back. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
You know, Kate, it is so hard on these defenses to try to keep an eye and monitor on these running backs when they leave the backfield, especially if he's waiting to chip a defender or delays in the start of his route.
Oh, no, they get him yet again. Picked off by Tre'Davious White. And the Rams have it as he records his 7th interception of the season.
I think it's safe to say his day is beyond repair now, if it wasn't long ago. He just hasn't been reading these coverages at all, and it's clearly not on the same page with his receivers. I think it really is now time to think about his confidence for future games and get him out of this ball game.
Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down.
Here we go.
They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here.
You got to expect the timeout is coming any moment now, right? If you want another shot with the ball, you'll need every second you can conserve on that clock.
Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd. They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So make a check in that win column for the Rams. And they carried some of that winning football from last game into this contest. Now a modest little win streak blossoming for them, Brock. They've got 2 in a row as they get out of here with a victory. So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL.